Why can't you be like Cousin Josh?
And
I do. I am like that.
No, but like, why can't you be like, I hate the Knicks fans? Like he does.
Yeah, like he, you know,
Because they're funny.
No, they're
oh
not.
my, you're so
They are the most
lame.
toxic fan base ever.
You're
Guys,
so lame.
Knicks, have you guys seen Have you guys seen Side Talk?
You're so
They
lame.
literally cheered.
Bing bong. Yeah,
38 and counting, episode 17.
I hate anyone who cheers for someone.
Are you fucking serious talking over me during the intro? Do you know who I am? Do you know who the fuck I am, Jack?
I gotta move.
I mean, this has been the JNC show for what? 4.5 fucking weeks now. We got Declan laughing at you. You've got nothing to say.
4.5.
Declan's laughing at you, and it's been the JNC show.
What am I gonna say? He's wearing a winter hat at 70 degrees outside.
It's not. It's 62.
It's 67 right now where I'm at. God damn it.
6'7". 6'7". Playoff time. Cousin Josh will join us later in the show. We appreciate his time. He's a lot smarter than Jack, so I can see where the smart genes went in the family. They went to cousin Josh. Declan, it's really fucking great to have you back. I need a mediator in my life. Me and Jack, we have our conversations. They were fine. Conversations were cool. The podcasts were good. It's just that you were
About damn time.
It's about damn time.
About damn time.
Listen, Declan, you don't got to tell me you're raising your hand, right? You're sitting right in front of me. All right, Deco. We talked a little Celtics with Josh, but I do want to hear your thoughts. And then once you're done with your thoughts, we'll get right into Josh's interview. Celtics Sixers. We're hearing a lot of the same buzz. You'll hear it in the interview where they're saying we want Boston. This whole situation. They've got Maxey, and that's about it. Your thoughts on this series against the 76ers?
Yeah, obviously going into it, Celtics are the heavily favored team. People say about 4 or 5 games. It's good to know the final end of the matchup because it takes a little bit because of the play-in. I didn't really think they were going to play the Magic. I think the Magic, after losing to our bench on the last game of the season, I think it would have been a sweep if we played them. But it is what it is. There, this Sixers team, kind of, you don't really know what you're getting with Embiid. He's kind of not there. Is he there? He didn't even play in the game last night. So, I
don't think he's going to play.
I don't think so either.
I think he might. I think it depends how he feels in the series. It also depends if the series close. If it's like a 2-2 series at some point, I think they'll get him in there, but it probably won't be. I think the Celtics will probably win their first 2 games, probably lose game 3 or 4, and then just end it back at home. But this Celtics team, they've been so good this year and you have to just really give them credit for what their odds for going into the season. I think they were plus it was a lot to even
You were the only one truthing for the Boston Celtics this year, probably in the entirety of the city of Boston.
I didn't think number 2. Not even I thought maybe a 4 or 5,
which we were laughing at you about.
Yeah,
you said they'd be better than a play-in,
and they were.
That's way better than a play-in.
Yeah, this bench is just and it's this Celtics team. I don't know why it's one of my I really like this team. I almost like this team even more than the team in 2024, which I know sounds crazy, but I just think this is a more better collective group. You know what I mean? Because I think after our starting 5 and 2 players off the bench, we weren't really that deep as a team in 2024. I think this is so much more likable team because they had the doubt and they proved everyone wrong. They had guys like Luka Garza stepping up this year, which is absolutely insane to me. Jordan Wall is finally showing why they picked him. Hugo Gonzalez being a dog.
In 2K, when the players you drafted, they finally get up 6 or 7 ticks, and you're finally.
Yeah.
Finally, did those players actually progress? And you can say that for Baylor Shireman, who, my God, has he been an incredible player. That's my favorite guy off the bench.
He's been so good, especially with that really good haircut. But yeah,
It's an
I
interesting
remember.
one.
I
Boca.
remember what Chuck said about Luca
Yeah, what
before the season started. If I see fucking Luca Garza on my screen as a starter, I'm fucking giving up.
ever since Luka Garza's touched the floor, he has a 47% fucking clip from 3. It is
Yeah.
ridiculous. He's
Now-
shooting it like crazy.
Now, is his jump shot ass?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dog shit.
I mean, he looks like Zaza Pachulia out there, but he's nasty somehow.
Hey.
All right, pause.
Jesse Green.
Pause. Jack Halal, you got to get something off your chest. This is sponsored by Boiled Eggs. Jack, you got to get it off your chest. Do you don't remember from last week? There's got to be something you got to get off your chest. Sponsored by
Does it
Dairy
have to be Celtic
Farm
related?
Eggs. It's got to be I don't care. Something's got to get off your chest. We got to pause the show.
What are you eating? Oh my god.
The thing I got to get off my chest
Sponsored by Eggs.
is I still cannot believe what I witnessed over the past weekend. I'm seeing. I can't. My feed is getting flooded with it. I mean, again, Declan, I'm sure you're a Patrick Star fan or a SpongeBob fan, and I know you're making that face because Chuck is devouring eggs as we speak, but I don't know if you watched the Cardinals games for the Red Sox. I mean, the camera work on New England Sports Network was abysmal.
Wait, you mean because of the angle? That
No,
wasn't their fault.
no, not because of the angles. I mean, I know they had technical difficulties one of those games where they had
Yes,
to
that's what I'm saying.
no, but when they're like when I'm saying when all their cameras are working,
Okay.
someone would hit a pop fly and you think we just saw the freaking rocket ship take off for the moon. A
I
swing
know
and a drive, and it's a fly ball to short left.
I know exactly
What do you mean?
That was,
I knew it was a pop fly off the barrel.
That
they
was,
do that
that
all the
was-
time.
Let me
Come
get this.
on.
Hey, that was. Let me get this off my chest by Jack Halal. Sponsored by Eggs. You buy them.
Sorry to cross sports. I always do it.
We buy them. You eat them. All right. Speaking of the Celtics 76ers series, we just what?
The cow. You get the udders.
You
Um,
devoured 5 boiled eggs.
2. I had 2 boiled eggs.
Those looked like 5 to
Don't
me.
tell the fucking listening audience that I ate 5
That
boiled
looked
eggs.
like
I had
5
2.
to me.
I had 2 boiled
Those
eggs.
like 4 maybe.
I had 2. To anyone that's fucking listening.
That was disgusting, by the way.
Not
It-
a
well, how
boiled
is
egg
it
guy.
disgusting?
I'm with Declan on this one.
The boiled eggs are gross.
They're great.
No,
Not a boiled egg guy.
So you're wrapping up your
thoughts.
thoughts in the series before we head to Josh's interview. What do you see the Celtics winning this one in?
I'd probably say 5. That's probably what most people say. I would even maybe say 4. I mean, I'll just say 5 because they had a couple close games with the Sixers team, even without Embiid. But their whole way, like the way the Celtics work, they'll let Maxey get his points, but they'll just won't let anyone else score. And I don't know what Paul George we're getting, even though he's played well, but I don't know what Paul George I'm getting.
All right. Declan Hickey's quick thoughts, plus Jack gets something off his chest here in the first beginning part of the episode, sponsored by Eggs. We will catch you on the we'll catch you on the other side of this with Josh, the smarter Halal. All right. Yoffs time, 30 and counting. We got Josh in the building to talk Celtics. Declan will join us later. I'm in the podcast studio today. Jack, always ask you how you're doing. Josh, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's nice to meet you guys. Thanks, Jack. I know already, but thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. Excited to talk Celtics. It's a beautiful day here in Rhode Island. It's nice out. I'm doing good.
Always a beautiful day in RI. It's always a beautiful time when the Celtics take on the 76ers in their first round. Chance of We Want Boston. That is always fun to see. It's 2024 vibes to me.
Yeah.
Josh, your thoughts just going into the series early on here?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. I actually would have, well, the way it is, like, I'm happy they drew Philly as opposed to Orlando. I'd rather have this matchup. I know you might say, okay, yeah, we did just beat the Magic with our third stringers, but I'm not sure if that would happen again because they're going to be hungrier going into that game. But regardless, we got Philly. I feel pretty good about it. You can't rely on Embiid. Paul George, historically, just not the best playoff performer. Giving his age now, too, I think you can expect even less from him. Tyrese Maxey's a guy you kind of just gotta, you know, like accept, okay, let him get his 30, do whatever. You really just got to contain these other guys. And I know it might sound dumb, but like the Quentin Grimes, the Drummond, Dominic Barlow, those are the guys that hurt the Celtics historically. You look back to Miami a couple years ago. Yes, Jimmy Butler did his fair share, but who really hurt them? Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent. You can't let that happen. Bad memories, Jack. I know, but you can't let that happen. So that's why even like a guy like VJ Edgecombe, no disrespect to him, he's awesome, but he's a rookie and he's never played a playoff game in his life. You just can't get embarrassed by guys like that on your home court coming off a championship 2 years ago. There's no way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think at some point, like this Sixers team is just almost kind of like, I don't want to say a walk in the park, but like almost kind of a no-brainer because
Yeah.
we've seen them before. We saw them when they had James Harden and Embiid when he was a league MVP. And I look, I know Maxey's great. I know how great he can be, but I'm not afraid of Paul George. Like you said, Edgecombe with the experience is something to definitely kind of keep an eye on. But I think Joe Mazzulla has just kind of seen like how to beat this team, and he knows how to outcoach Nick Nurse. And I don't think it's really going to be any. If we win, I don't think to be honest, I think we win in 5. I think they get 1 if I'm being generous. Maybe even we win, in a sweep. But I honestly, like, this is probably the most comfortable I felt in a first round for since the year we won the finals.
Well, cousin Josh, he makes a good point here. I mean, you take a look at what the 76ers actually are, and it's Tyrese Maxey 50 balling, and then the rest of the team kind of just, I don't know, playing what. I mean, Nick Nurse just looks like he has no idea what the fuck is going on 24/7. I mean, he's just looking out into the distance. If Tyrese Maxey can give us 50, maybe we can stay in this game. I mean, Max is a great ball player. I think he's one of the best players on the team. Obviously, I think the best. They get rid of Jared McCain for nothing. And I don't know. I just think the depth is not there for them to make a run. They can talk about wanting Boston and whatever that entails. But Josh, I do want to ask you. I've asked Jack this question as well. When you look at the playoffs, you look at how deep the bench is for the Celtics. What are your expectations for some of those younger guys? I mean, you might see. I know rotations get smaller and smaller as the playoffs move on, but you'll see some of the Ugo Gonzalez's and the Jordan Walshes and the Baylor Shiremans, rotating through a lineup. What do you think those young guys are going to do? Do you think they're going to, just be fine in the playoffs, just another game, or is it going to be another challenge for them to adapt to as young players?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Like they're gonna have that mindset, like, okay, this is another game. But I think at the same time, like some of these guys haven't appeared in a playoff game before, and that's something that they're gonna have to adapt to, and it's gonna be different. But they call them the Stay Ready group for a reason, and I think that I like this bench a lot. I feel pretty good about it, and I think the way they've been able to adapt, kind of throughout the year as it's gone on, kind of puts them in position right now to say, all right, we're feeling good, as opposed to game 1 of 82 against Philly when we might not have known what we were doing. But now these guys, I think, are ready, and sure, they're going to have to adapt. It'll be an adjustment, but I'm excited. I mean, personally, like, I prefer a Luka Garza over Vucevic. That's just me. And I think that the way he's been playing, that's someone who is ready, and you got to throw him in. I mean, ever since watching him at Iowa, I mean, some of the best college basketball I've ever seen from a player in a single season. And might be a little biased there, but I mean, like, you got to give guys like that a chance. Baylor Shireman's hot right now. Give him a chance. Consider throwing him in the starting lineup with White, Tatum, Brown, and Kada. Do some, you can tweak it a little. They tweaked a lot during the year. Jordan Walsh started for a good amount of time. They switched it. Shireman's in there. Then they went back to Sam Hauser. I think if something's not working, because I don't expect Hugo to really get a lot of run in the first game, but if something's not working, you throw him in there. Energy changes. He's ready for it. Same thing with Jordan Walsh, and I'm feeling pretty good.
Jacko.
And yeah, and again, Chuck knows this. I probably mentioned it to you too sometime, Josh. Like, I just think, like, I understand our bench and our second string into our third string. Yeah, it's kind of inexperienced and young, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like this is a team and a coaching staff that's asking those guys to do too much. And I
Yeah.
think that goes a long way. Like you look at Baylor, Luca, Hugo, and all these guys, and it's like they're kind of just going out there and playing basketball and just like
Yeah.
letting the game come to them. Joe Mazzulla's not being, hey Baylor, I need you to hit 10 threes tonight. They're just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
finding their shots. And I think that goes a long way,
Mhm.
especially in the postseason when you have guys that just let the game come to them and they're young and they're like, you know what? If I have the two Jays, who is probably one of the best duos the league has seen in I don't even know how long, and if they keep winning, it might be one of the best duos ever.
Yeah.
Uh, I just think that takes something off their shoulder. Like, hey, just find me. I'm gonna hit my shot, and if it's not there, I'm gonna give it to one of the Jays, and they're gonna make a shot. Right? It's just that simple. And I think to have that goes a long way in the postseason.
I mean, I see this being a sweep. I don't really see the Sixers even picking up one. But I do want to ask you, Josh. You look around the Eastern Conference; it's a pretty weak conference. I think the expectation is the Celtics actually make a run in a year that me and Jack had no expectations this team would be good at all. You look back or listen to any of the shows we had, we were shitting all over the team.
Yeah.
And they made a great run. I mean, Jaylen Brown, my expectations of him being a leader was just little to none. I love the player. I just didn't expect him to be in a spot where he could lead and have the mentality to be a leader. But now they're in a spot where they can make a run for the finals. And I always ask Jack this question: in the Western Conference, a team that I don't want to run into is the Spurs. Not even
Yeah.
OKC. I feel like they match well against OKC.
Yeah.
For you, what's your dream matchup in the finals?
So I'll tell you right now, I really want to stay as far away from San Antonio, like you said. I agree with that, and Denver as possible. Um, Thunder scare me too, and honestly, like you said, this was supposed to probably be a bit of a gap year. I thought it was. I thought they made some okay moves in the offseason. They had to dump salary, but I mean, I think the draft pick like Hugo was great. I like the pickup in Garza. So I think that, my expectation is still that they're not going to make it to the finals. And I just feel that they're one piece away, and I could see New York taking them to 7 games and possibly winning. And I think, I'll be totally honest when I say that, because yes, this Celtics team is great. They finished second, they finished ahead of New York, but I feel like my expectations going into the year weren't high. So I don't think there's much to lose here, especially off a ring 2 years ago. But back to even like what you said about the finals, I mean, if there's someone I'm confident with them, beating in a series from the Western Conference, I feel like anyone besides OKC, Denver, or San Antonio, they're fine against. But realistically, they're not going to the finals. One of those three teams is.
Well, the unfortunate thing about this is that me and Jack actually absolutely despise the Knicks, and it's kind of a thing
Yeah.
that we have. And the only difference between me and Jack is that I despise every New York team, as any Boston fan should.
Yeah.
Jack's like, well, if they play good, then whatever. He's just being an asshole. But at the end of the day, I think the Knicks Celtics matchup is going to be great to watch. Do I think it will go to 7? Potentially, but I don't, where I disagree with you is I don't think the Celtics team is a piece away. I think bringing Tatum in was the piece that they needed, and he seems to be
Yeah.
kind of fitting back into his role. And I do think my next question to ask, Jack, if you have anything before I ask this next one, is do you think this offense has to continue running through Jaylen Brown, and will it for the playoffs?
Just quickly, I think it does, and I think it will. I think Missoula is too smart to say, let's change things up now. I mean, you've seen it work all year long, right? You've seen it now, and you've seen it work since Tatum's been back. It's still been going through Jaylen. And I think I don't think Tatum is the type of guy to be like, oh, I'm not happy. I want to be the guy running through. As long as they win and they're seeing results. By the way, it's not to mention just because they're running through Jaylen Brown, it's not saying that Tatum is not still that guy. I mean, he's still putting up points, rebounds, assists. He's still doing his thing. I just don't think you can kind of change the way Jaylen does things going into the playoffs, because then that's kind of when the team gets uncomfortable. We're in kind of uncharted territory. Keep it the same.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, they, were a second seed majority of the season. Jalen Brown was the number one. And I think that, like you said, Joe is smart enough to keep it like that. Tatum will probably be okay with it. I mean, this is the same guy who is considering not coming back to disrupt flow. So that makes me think, all right, he's comfortable with it. The team is comfortable with it. Ride through and just 100%. It's Jalen Brown's team in this postseason. I will say, like back to the thing before, that I feel like they're only one piece away because you had a guy like Anthony Simons who could really give you like 20 to 30 points on a random Wednesday in the NBA. He could give you like 30 points and help you win a game. But right now, you trade for Vucevic, who I don't really think they needed. I think Luka Garza can do what he does. He's younger, he's quicker, he's more active, in my personal opinion, for a fraction of the cost. I think keeping a guy like Simons was great because then you move Pritchard to the bench, and sure, he still, flourished in that role. He was the sixth man of the year. He's the reigning sixth man of the year. But I just think that, it wouldn't have hurt to keep a guy like Simons. Garza was still doing his thing. And if you're in a game against the New York where shots aren't falling, throw Simons in there, and he gets you three quick threes, and all of a sudden the game's completely different. So that's what I think, and it's not to say that Pritchard can't do that. And I think what they wanted to do is go for a more like defensive oriented approach, because then you see guys like Shireman playing way more in that spot that Simons was kind of in, and the teams looked awesome defensively. So it's a little bit of both, but I just think that, this Knicks team can beat them, unfortunately. Not to say I like New York or anything. The
All right.
team I don't have an issue with. It's those fans that just, oh man, I don't get me started with them. But
Yeah, I know there's one in this call.
yeah.
He loves a guy named Cam Schlittler. So I will say, not to cut you off, Josh.
Yeah.
Declan has joined us. Nobody can see him. Declan, you want to say what's up?
I can see him.
I can see him
The
too.
podcast can't see him though. I'll tell him that because we're in a
Yeah, what's
we're in
up?
a 3 panel right now. Declan, we're talking Celtics. I'm sure we'll get you in the mix there. But for a final question, for Josh here, just to wrap up your thoughts on this, what could this playoff run be? You've talked about it being, a potential loss to the Knicks. But for this round specifically, what are some things you need to see for you to kind of have more confidence as the playoffs continue?
Right. So, I mean, if this goes anything past 5 games, I think that they're done in the second round. But I don't anticipate that. I think I will take Celtics in 5. I think, a game 3 is probably one that Philly's going to steal the first home game of the playoffs. The crowd's riding high right now, but I would like to see Nemias Queta specifically. If he can show me like what he's done in the regular season, if that's going to carry over to the playoffs, which I feel pretty good without Embiid that it will. I'm like, all right, I like him against a center on another team that you might have to go up against. So, I mean, I would like him against like a Karl Anthony Towns, for example, or something like that. It's a big body you could throw at him. But kind of like back to what we said before, what'll make me feel really good is like seeing Shireman, seeing Walsh, Gonzalez if he gets in there, kind of just sticking with the flow and continue to do what's worked. Luka Garza, I've mentioned his name 1,000 times today, but if those guys are going to keep doing what they've done, I will feel good. I'm not expecting Tatum to drop 25 a night like it's a regular playoff game. This is his first playoff game since a torn Achilles, so I'm really not anticipating that. Jalen Brown, if he looks the part of number one like he has all regular season, hell, if he looks even just a little bit less than that, I'm okay. I'm feeling good. And I feel good about them winning the series now, but I'd feel even better about them potentially making a run to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Cousin Josh, we will have you back on, I'm sure, down the line here in the playoffs. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for your time.
Appreciate it,
Love
Josh.
what
We'll
you're
talk
doing
soon.
here. Yeah.
Thank you,
soon.
Cousin Josh.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Whoa, that was a great interview. Josh is a really great, smart guy because Jack, I don't know where Jack was born. He might have been born on an animal farm, judging by how animals are born on farms, judging how Josh was talking. Okay. That was 17 minutes on the Celtics. They play on Sunday, so we'll have more thoughts during that series as well. What the absolute fuck are the Boston Red Sox doing? Well, you'll find out on 38 and counting. I'll start with you, Declan. What's going on?
Yeah. So obviously, I know we're going to be negative to start, right? But I do
we
still have
have
positive.
been we have been
I
sorry.
do still have positive things to say, though.
We have been
I think
very
there-
negative about
I
this
think
team.
there are still positives, though.
Sure.
There still are.
100%.
Like
You have the floor.
Yeah. This team, they have started to play better. Like after the really bad start, like they did beat the Brewers, which they played very well in that series. Even in the game they lost, like the team still played well. And they won 2 series, and like okay, get it churning. The Minnesota thing kind of put a cog in the machine. It's kind of put like a whole gear in the middle of it, or whatever it's called. But it kind of like fucked the whole thing up.
It's an easy way to say it. Yeah.
And it's like, the only thing I will say, they are 7-11, but the teams in the American League, the best team's only 10-8. So that's my only positive about this. It's like we're only behind like by 3 games on like the Yankees, the Rays, like the Blue Jays. They're all like, or not the Blue Jays, they're the same record, but I think the Yankees are 10-8, and so with the Rays. Doesn't really scare me. The only thing about this team is like it's really weird because I thought the pitching was going to be the better thing than the hitting, even though it seems now the hitting's now better than the pitching, which to me doesn't make any sense because I thought we were supposed to have the best top 5 rotation in the league. It just seems like everyone, even including Garrett Crochet, can't figure it out. Can't just figure it out, and I don't even know what's happened to Greg Weissert at this point. Like he just keeps giving up bomb after bomb after bomb, and
Yeah,
it's just the only 2 people in the pen who really do stuff are like Whitlock and Chapman. Everyone else is like kind of fucking up, and it's just like I just need the pitchers. Like if we can just get the pitchers to go through at least 5 or 6 innings, then we'll literally just win the games. Do you know? But it's like, but a lot of the times, like a lot of pitchers are getting their pitch counts way too high in the first inning, way too high. They're doing like 25 to 30 pitch innings, which that's just not going to win you games. I will say this though, I think some of the pitchers have played better. Like take Ranger Suarez. Like Ranger Suarez has played a lot better since that first start.
Well, the rotation's been better. Once they get past 6 innings, they look much better.
Yes.
But the hitting, can I actually give you guys an example of what it looks like when you're watching a Red Sox game, like what the hitting kind of looks like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
Just move my microphone over here.
Okay.
So basically, here, like the plates here, I have my bat in my hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they do.
Oh, they're taking strikes.
And then there's a slider, and then they just whiff. And then if they can't hit the ball down the line, they can't hit a homer because Wilson Contreras also pulled his back. So it's like actually dog shit to watch this team try and hit. Declan, your thoughts on the hitting?
Yes, like I get your points are there, but I'm still saying that like the hitting has been better, right? Which is true.
Last game was good, yeah.
Yeah, last game was good. Well, even the first game they only lost because Garrett Crochet had a meltdown. That's the only reason they lost the first game. They probably would have won that game because they scored 7 runs, but it's like
right.
But it's like Garrett Crochet gave up 11, which people are saying there could be an injury. I mean, I hope there's not. He like other interviews didn't really give a tell to why he had a bad game. He like him and Corey just said.
Well, when do the Red Sox ever disclose injuries though?
That's true.
I mean, they said Romy Gonzalez is gonna be ready for opening day. The guy gets surgery 2 weeks before opening day.
Which that's a whole other crazy.
I don't even know. Yesterday's offense was great. I mean, they've had 2, back. But my biggest problem is, okay, you can rack up the RBIs, you can hit gaps. No one can hit home runs, and everyone's striking out. It's a crazy
Yeah.
clip. I think moving Trevor Story down to the 5 hole has been great. He's been really good in that spot. Rafael looks good. Roman's starting to figure it out a little bit, right? He's putting it together. But
Marcelo's been
solid. IKF has been pretty solid. Like, as much as I hate Isaiah Kiner Falafel, as Remy would probably call him, rest in peace, Rem Dog. It's just not been great. Jack has all the gripes in the world because Jack has been actually watching every effing series since you've been gone. He's been literally tuned in, and it's crazy to me. It's unbelievable that we got a guy like Jack Law to watch baseball. Jack, what are your gripes on the Sox team right now? Oh, here we
1,
go.
2, 3, 4.
They better be valid gripes. If they're not valid gripes, I am like tearing you down.
What the fuck is that? Why do you have all these balls?
8.
I
8
am-
damn balls I got from Fenway Park when I used to have season tickets. By the way, that's long gone. And I am not going to that ballpark in a long time.
You guys just lost a valued customer. Shut up,
Yes,
Jack.
you did.
That's so stupid.
By the way, I'm not done. By the way, I'm no MLB player. I'm far from it. I'm the farthest from it. I did make, first team all pitcher
This might be
Little
bad.
League in Massachusetts.
What the fuck
But
does
I'm far
first
from
team
MLB.
all pitcher mean? What does that mean, Jack?
I can't tell
made
you
it up.
how abysmal. I don't even know what the guy's name was. Monastero, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
That was the worst challenge I've ever seen.
Hey.
Whoa.
Monasterio has been one of 4 or 5 people that have been consistently pretty solid at the plate. The guy's got like
Now that challenge was ass.
okay.
Okay, but
No, you can't be 100% on challenges. Was it a bad challenge? Yeah, it was.
It was down the middle.
well, it was not in the middle. But like,
It was down the middle. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that you can give him shit, but he's
yeah.
been pretty solid. He's been pretty solid
Yeah,
Have
player.
seen him get some hits, which is kind of
And he walks a lot. He gets on base a lot.
This is his first.
Yeah,
like,
I was just
real
getting on him
time-
for that. I was just getting on him
No,
for that.
This
sure.
is like his first time getting like real
no,
time,
sure.
basically.
No,
What
no.
I really want to talk about
No,
is
no,
this.
no. Yeah, sure. No. Yeah, sure.
Is that me?
Go ahead, Jack.
What I really want to talk about is this. You have a guy who Chuck says is unbelievable in Garrett Crochet. And he goes out there and he looks just a bundle of confusion. I don't know what's going on. He's doing this.
Wait, no.
in the
Don't.
dugout. I
what do
mean,
you- what
that
is-
performance the other day was
Wait.
awful.
What is this revisionist history? Every time you say Garrett Crochet's on the bump, you're like, all right, it's a good day. What the fuck is this revisionist history? You're telling me that I'm
It
the
is
one?
a good day, except for that.
He had a meltdown. It happens like once in your career, twice in your career.
But do aces really have meltdowns?
Do you remember the Chris Sale meltdown?
Nate-
Yes.
Chris
Let
Sale.
me hear some people who have had meltdowns.
Chris Sale. I'm telling you.
Wait.
Chris
No.
Sale literally had that
Sure.
game. We gave
Right-
9 runs. in
Right
game one.
now, aces like right now that I've had, like we're talking today.
Chris Sale still counts.
Okay,
Sure,
sure.
yeah, today.
Yeah, like Max Fried has had a meltdown this past season pretty damn bad. You want to talk about closers that have meltdowns? Ryan Helsley gave up 8 earned runs this past season against us.
Paul Skeens.
Paul
That
Skeens
was
had
on
a meltdown.
opening day,
Shut
So-
the fuck up! It's a meltdown! What?
and his teammates couldn't do anything.
It wasn't every play though. Okay.
Jack,
Yes,
you
there
can't.
is.
You
That
can't
was
be
also 5 runs.
You also-
We're talking almost double.
You can't be like friend of the show Mike Felger and get upset that the guy's doing. You know why they do the thrust?
I do know why.
Because Roman Anthony has the dumbest TikTok he ever posted when he was 16 years old of him doing a dance. He's thrusting. He's given the that's why they do this. I mean, that's why they hit the head. It's funny. It's funny, Jack. It's funny when they do that. It is.
I
Because
don't see anyone laughing when they do it.
So
It's not funny to me because they're not winning games. Win games.
Yeah, I agree.
Losing is
I
is
agree.
funny.
I agree. I have like the money ball mindset too, where it's like,
Yeah, but
it's
you
like,
want
you
the-
know, is
yeah,
it
but-
fun to lose? No, it's not. So why? Okay, but at the same time, you get a double, you're gonna celebrate. You get on, but
don't
you're
want
gonna
the team to
celebrate.
be You don't want the team to be miserable. Like you don't want them
Of course, I don't want the team to be miserable. I want them to win games, though.
and do the hip thrust.
And then you
trust.
can start celebrating.
hip thrust and trust.
Hip thrust and trust with Caleb Durbin in the 2-hole. I'm not really excited for it.
Yeah, he needs to move
also,
out of it.
I hope Wilson Contreras is fine because if he's gone, then I think my attention to the team might be gone very
Do
soon.
you mind, do you want to keep Roman at the 1 hole?
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Shout out Wilson Contreras, bro. Shout out Wilson Contreras.
That was the stupidest thing he's ever done.
He got
That
hit.
was so stupid.
Oh,
He
by
got-
the way,
he got hit.
for that game, I was actually at that game, and it was mental.
Which,
was, mental for when you
the first
almost
one,
hit.
the Brewers game.
Yeah,
He got hit.
Brewers game.
Okay.
By the way, it was the funniest shit ever. Because by the way, he didn't get fucking hit. He just didn't.
He
He-
didn't. He
Jack.
didn't touch him.
Jack,
I
was in
said
the
this
stadium.
last
I
week.
saw the-
Okay, but how they can't just grant him a base if he didn't get hit?
Jack, if you're gonna chew gum on this podcast, at least
Well,
spit
no.
it out.
Jack,
Mim.
Jack, they reviewed it and
Shout
they
out
were like-
lightsabers, bro. We need a brand deal.
by the way, the umps did make the wrong call. They shouldn't have given him the base. But
What is this
All right,
now?
all right.
Every blue is CB Buckner. Come on.
All right.
I'm
right.
just saying.
We got to move on. Mike Vrabel's cheating on his wife. All right, and me and Jack. This is how we transition, right? This is how we transitioned last time. We're gonna keep doing that until Vrabel actually makes a statement about it, because I know for a fact, and I heard this on NBC Sports Boston last night when I was watching the table. And also I've heard it from a multitude of reporters. Anybody that's been in that room. Jack, I have a question for you, and whether you know it or if you want to, not a direct quote, if it's indirect, what do you think is on the wall in every room in the Patriots organization? What do you think's on the wall? It's not do your job anymore. It's not they've got their own principles. What do you think is on the wall?
Probably a picture of them two at the resort.
No, Jack. No. Why would it be that? Why would it be that, Jack?
Wait, I'm confused.
Are you nuts? Are you serious?
Are you nuts?
I mean,
Jack, there's mottos on
From-
every wall. There's slogans on every wall, right? And it's about accountability, and it's about being good not only on the field but off the field, and making smart decisions and not making dumb mistakes.
Picture of them at the resort.
You know
I
what,
can't tell you how proud I am
Jack?
to sit here and be your coach. I can't tell you how proud I am to
My
move
God,
Diana in
stop
the North
doing
End.
quotes.
Okay,
I
We
can't
have
tell
worked
you.
so hard to get Diana into the North
I
End.
can't
okay?
tell you how bad this is for Mike in the locker room.
Yeah.
Thinking
I'm
about
not
this.
disagreeing.
No. But thinking about this harder, right? The other day. If you have all these mottos on the wall, all these slogans, make
Yeah.
smart decisions on and off the field, don't put yourself in the fucking headlines. What does Mike Vrabel do at a couples-only resort with a woman who just resigned from The Athletic? We looked at this last week as a non-story. I think it's much bigger than that. I think that there's going to be some people in that locker room that look at Mike a bit differently now. I don't think he's going to lose his job, but he's going to have to gain the trust of this team again.
You think?
He better address the team.
There
Because if
has
he
to-
doesn't,
No, there has to be a public address, and there has to be a private, obviously, a team-only address, and I'm sure that's going to happen soon.
I don't care if it's just him and Karen in a room. If he just needs to come out and say something. Listen, Karen, I fucked up. All right, Karen, let's write a story because I fucked up, Karen. Okay, I don't care if I don't care if it's just that. That would be happy for me. Listen, Karen, I fucked up. Okay, Karen, can you call Diana for me, Karen?
So we just
I
do
don't care if
this
that's
show.
it. Just-
This show is just fucking impressions now. This show is just
Yeah.
all right, Karen. All right, Karen. All right, Diana.
You know
all right,
what?
Karen.
Let's end the show. Let's do another episode formally.
What's up, Trevor?
Sup, Trevor. All right.
Sup, Trevor?
All right, we have to wrap this show up. I have to get to a class. This show has been a doozy. It's great to have Declan back.
It is great to have that.
The draft-a-thon is this upcoming week. I need these two boys to be here. If they're not, I know Jack's gonna be here. If Declan's not
Is
here,
it?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh,
If Declan's not here in person, he'll join us virtually. But what?
It's next week.
Yeah, this upcoming week.
he's this upcoming week.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The
So-
elderly years, it's
Yeah, Karen. All right, so draft-a-thon's this upcoming week on WMLN FM 91.5.
No doubt.
Live coverage of the first round. We'll also have a podcast that we need to schedule for Sunday to do a full draft thingy thing for the Patriots. We need to do a mock. We need to talk about that, so that should be coming your way. Jack Lawal, Declan Hickey, Chuck LaRosse. You've been listening to 38 and Counting. Thank you so
Peace
much
out.
for listening. Thank you so much for listening on Spotify. Jack's been doing that recently. And thank you so much for watching on YouTube. We'll see you next time. Fuck you, Jack.